It's 6 o'clock in the good morning, everyone. Still dark out, so I'm gonna cut this expanded metal in here so I can see. Plus, it's a pretty heavy piece of steel, even though it's expanded. Means it has a bunch of holes in it. So, better to cut it here and leaf blow the remnants outdoors through the garage door, then drag everything out in the dark, set up lights and cut it. That's my motto. So, it's not exactly cut perfect. Actually, it is cut perfect. It's the frame that isn't, or that wasn't, so we'll make everything fit real nice. You'll see. Yeah. When you use a cutting disc, any cutting disc like this, the other end of the steel is going to be extremely sharp, very much so. I've cut myself many times, so I've always learned to take a grinder and grind off those shards, those really sharp edges. Yeah, it's just a good idea to do that. Now we're ready for weld. It's noisy in here, I know. Okay, we got it, all the sharp edges grinded out, got it cut, put into place, clamped down, heated up. Now it's time for fun. After all of that, we can actually do some welding. So let's get this welded into place. I'm just going to start welding and push it back this way. Okay, here's the finished product. We got the expanded steel on the gate and it's mounted permanently. So now we need to make it operational. This thing is heavy, as you would expect. Here's what the backside's going to look like as you're driving down the road. And then of course the expanded steel side would be as you fold it down. I don't know how I'm going to do this. This thing weighs a ton. Okay, I'm using these transmission lifts from Harbor Freight, and they're working okay, but I got to thinking I need a backup, so I'm going to roll the gantry crane back and see if I can lift it into place and clamp it down. I'm not sure how I'm going to hinge it yet. I just want to see how it's going to look. Probably time consuming, but it's kind of important. I'm just using these clamps. Hopefully they'll hold. Guess we'll find out. Okay, the only way I see for this to work is to go ahead and cut this piano hinge like I'd planned and set it on top. I was going to try to set it on the side, but that's not going to work. So we'll set it on top. You'll see. It's hard to put into words, so I'll just have to show you. Okay, here's the plan. I don't like this one-man. Well, I like it and I don't like it. I like it because I ain't got to deal with nobody else's bullshit, right? Yeah. And I don't like it because I'm always needing help. I think what I'm going to do is just tack it into place right here, this piano hinge. I cut it to fit inside instead of... I cut it to fit on top instead of on the side, which was my original plan. But this is just, if you're a one-man operation, this is the way to do it, I think. So I'm going to tack this into place and fit it. Okay, this is not easy. Time to break out the flashlight, guys, so I can show you, because it's so dark over here. I left this little lip down here to weld on. See that? And that is our piano hinge that I cut to fit on top. Let me go around the other side. See that? I just have it tacked in there. I'm going to weld it solid on this side and then the other side. We're going to put a bunch of tacks in it, make sure it works first. Probably smart to do that, huh? Heck yeah. And if it works out, it's going to be exactly even with that, which is the ultimate goal. That's what I was going to originally do, is put a piece of angle iron up here to have it match, but heck, I won't have to. From the looks of it, it's going to match perfectly. See that? Yeah. I got lucky. I don't know. I think we're good. I think we did it. One-man army, boys. Heck yeah. Heck Okay, this is the old gate, tailgate, ramp, whatever you want to call it, that come off the old trailer. And the reason they extended it, like, I'm only going like here where they had it originally. See that? And opted not to put on the extension. The reason they did that was so that it would touch the ground all the way. And that's important if you're hauling ATVs or snowmobiles or lawnmowers or whatever, to do that. The only problem when you extend the ramp this long is it looks like crap. It goes all the way up. It's cumbersome, it's heavy, and the list goes on. Now see, he opted, like I am, to have it, like if you have a lawnmower deck, you can't really get the lawnmower deck up over the trailer if you put the ramp down too close or down too far from the frame, because it'll hit no matter how far up you raise the lawnmower deck, let's just say. Does that make any sense? It does to me, because I've had that problem before. So we want as little of a hump at the top of it as we can get. So I think I got the best of all worlds, and I'll show you why. This is how I'm going to do it. Now these are legs, okay? These will hit the ground when I open the gate. And they can also double as like bike holders or a canoe holder or fishing tackle, you know, some kind of fishing gear, hooks for the back end of the trailer, which is a plus. You know, you can never have too much gear, especially if you're going to leave it on the trailer all the time. So that is a plus. The other reason, let me put this down and then I'll show you. This thing is solid. You see, if I was to bring up anything from the ramp, I don't have a big hump to go over here. I can just drive right over that regardless of what I'm putting on the trailer. And if I have a lawnmower deck and I even have it raised up all the way, or I have one that doesn't raise up or whatever, I can still get over that little hump right here. So the only thing I would have to do is get it off the ground at the base of it. And that would be easy. All I got to do is have a board or something. But I like the fact that when I raise the tailgate up, it's perfectly level here. And that's important to me because I can put a big canoe on the lower level, or several, and yeah, not have to worry about raising it all the way up here in a pinch. Let me show you. Boy, that's solid. Okay. So with it like this, you see how even? It's perfectly even. Perfectly even. We can lay a boat or something right across the top of the whole trailer. And unlike the last one, which, you know, the ramp went all the way up to here, it wasn't possible. I made it possible. I got the best of all worlds, I think. So now I have to fabricate a way, a very safe way, to keep this in the upright position, to keep it closed. And for that, I have these. Let's break them out. Oh, I got one already broke out. It's just a latch. See that? Yeah, buddy. All right, guys. Except for the spare tire mount and paint, we're done. That's it, we're done. I'm jazzed. I figured out a way to put these hasps on here. I just looked around in the garbage can and looked for any kind of remnant of steel. that would work. That's how I did it. So I brought a little handful of just cutoffs from my projects that I keep in my scrap bin. Just looked for what would work. So let me show you what I did. On this side, I did nothing more than find a big piece of angle iron like that, and I just welded it in place from this side along the angle iron to the frame. Yeah, see that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off and re-weld a handle out here so it doesn't interfere with the lights at all. So we got to do that yet. That's not a biggie. Now over here, we had something different. On this side, I just had a 45-degree cutoff with what looks like a 3x5 or something. And I just stuck it on the mount for the light fixture and welded everything in place. See that? Yeah. And like the other side, we're going to cut this off here and re-weld this little thing coming out here. So you'll see. I'll show that to you too. But it come out really good. I think I mentioned I really jazzed about these legs. And I'm really jazzed that it worked out to where it's perfectly level with the rest of the trailer upper frame. I like that a lot. Plus, if we put a boat or something like that on top of this frame, we'll be able to use these to tie them down with and things like that. Yeah, buddy, look at that. Now I have to mount my spare tire somewhere. I got to cipher some on that, so I'm not going to do any more today. But we got to do paint. I am definitely not a painter. I don't ever like paint, ever. But we got to do it, and so I'll do it, right? Piano hinge came out really nice. It looks really slick going all the way across there. It looks factory, boys. Heck yeah, that's what we want. You could drive a car up on this thing. I'm telling you, this is sturdy. Yeah, the axles wouldn't hold a car, though. Yeah, don't ever try it. Heck yeah! Whee! And let me show you. Like I said, this isn't so high off the ground. Let me get a tape measure. Let's find out. Now there isn't a four-wheeler made that couldn't get up off that little lip. There isn't one made. So it's essentially seven inches off the ground. Yeah, see that? 7 inches. Okay, that's not so bad. And like I previously said, that is why this was an afterthought with this homemade trailer that I duplicated. It was an afterthought putting this other part on so it would hit directly on the ground, I think. And then the only thing holding this thing is heavy. I mean, this thing is twice as heavy as the one that I fabricated. And the only thing holding this thing up are these small pins. See that? That was the only thing holding it up for many, many, many years. Because that's all he did was just, whoever built this just had those little cotter pins or whatever type of pins in 3 little holders like that. They look to be basically just something along the lines of an axle holder. So yeah, I don't know. It worked out for him, but a lot of the welds did break loose there. See that? It looks like he just put a little strip of metal across the back end of it to hold these in place. I don't get that, but hey, you know what? It worked for many years. So who am I to judge that? It looks like that's all that he had holding the top up too, was just little bits of angle iron and these pins. Okay. So I would say our setup is a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, and a lot more functional. Heck yeah. I like it. So thanks for watching again, you guys. We got a lot more to do. I'll see you on the next one. God bless you.